Welcome back. Last lesson was about routing work by risk. Now we carry that same discipline into what the agent is allowed to know. For fast sorting and ordinary tool calls, GPT-5 Mini was the right default. The job was cheap, fast, and deterministic. For a refund decision, GPT-5 was worth the cost. That decision changes money, so capability matters more than savings. The guide gave the rule: start with the biggest model, measure with evals, then downshift where evals hold. That sets up today. A model can choose only from abilities you attach, so now we attach data access. That prior rule matters here. Once the model choice is explicit, the next design question is which facts the agent can reach. Picture a shopper asking where their package is. A fluent answer is worthless unless the system checks the real facts. Here is the contrast. A plain chat answer has 0 verified facts. Acme Support has 4 concrete sources to consult. The fix is typed wrappers. We expose a narrow function, so the model sends a known shape instead of guessing. The use case is customer support, not trivia. The agent needs order and customer facts before it speaks confidently. Lock this in. Facts come before answers. Without that rule, the agent fabricates details that sound helpful. Now we need a bridge from ordinary Python into a safe request form. The next state shows that bridge. Think of this as a form at a service desk. The field name and type tell the model exactly what to submit. Type hints become JSON schema, and the docstring becomes the tool description. The SDK validates inputs before calling. For example, lookup_order is normal Python, but the decorator lets the agent see a controlled contract around it. The lesson is not opening the whole database. It creates a small menu of allowed lookups. The canonical file is acme/tools.py. It imports mock data, exports dat_tols, and includes lookup_order as the first menu item. Lookup_customer is the second menu item. It gives the agent customer profile facts without exposing unrelated storage details. Track_shipment handles delivery status. If a customer asks about movement, the agent has a narrow place to check. Search_kb covers policy articles. That keeps policy language grounded instead of letting the model invent store rules. Think of lookup_order as the smallest useful database adapter. The decorator exposes it, the order_id string makes the input typed, and the return value stays structured. What breaks without this shape is recovery. If the order is missing, an empty answer makes the model assume success. The fix is explicit. Return OK false with reason order_found. Or return OK true with the order fields. Now make the example concrete. The next values explain why the printed answer is possible. Order 8822 is the exact key the customer provides. That gives the agent a specific record to retrieve. The amount is $189. That value comes from the data layer, not from the model guessing. FedEx is the carrier in the record. This is the kind of concrete fact support users expect. The status is in_transit, with tracking number 789456123. Those 2 fields drive the final shipment answer. This is the runnable file a beginner copies. Load_dotenv loads local settings. dat_tols attaches the 4 data functions, and the instruction sets a hard rule. Always call lookup_order before discussing an order. The last line runs the same customer question every time. That makes debugging simple. If the output is wrong, inspect the tool wiring before changing the agent personality. A build-along needs terminal proof. The next state shows the exact command and useful lines to expect. Run Python lesson_05_tools.py. The expected output names order 8822, the Acme jacket, the price, and FedEx. That output proves the lookup worked. If a customer asks where order 8822 is, the agent now answers from data. This is the section that saves debugging time. Bad boundaries produce confident support answers from weak evidence. First failure, untyped arguments. A dict with no schema makes the model guess what to send. Fix it with Pydantic models or primitive types. Second failure, returning the entire database row. Every byte becomes context for the next turn. Fix it by bounding the output. Third failure, silent errors. Returning an empty string makes the LLM think the call worked. Return OK false with a reason. When something goes wrong, do not start by rewriting the personality. Inspect the boundary that carries information in and out. Input rule. Use Pydantic models or primitive types. The SDK uses the type shape, so the request stops being vague. Output rule. Top K, summarized, and only the fields the agent actually uses. That keeps context focused. Error rule. Return OK false with reason. That one field gives the model a recovery path instead of a hallucination path. Lock the shape in your head before we move on. Capability is now a named menu, not a pile of prompts. Think of the tools module as the front desk menu. It defines what the agent can ask the system to do. Every later lesson uses these tools or adds one. That continuity keeps the Acme project understandable as it grows. None of them get reinvented. That is the beginner-friendly architecture rule. Extend the surface, do not restart it. Treat tool names like product features. If the name is clear, the agent and the developer both understand the boundary. Lookup power is not enough. The final step sets up the next lesson. Behavior needs a routine. Next we use RGRRE, role, goal, resources, routine, and edge cases. That prompt shape operationalizes the work. We also add action tools. The agent stops only looking things up and starts taking controlled support actions. The routine matters because vague instructions produce vague behavior. A numbered operating path makes the agent steadier. Acme now has facts. Next, we wrap those facts in a prompt that survives real customer behavior.